What's good, guys? So it's Kiwo here. I'm going to be basically showing you the business model that took me from nearly being homeless to making around 500,000 per year, and all the different sectors that are in this business model. Because I know a lot of you guys watch my content, and some of you guys know what an agency is, and some of you guys are running an agency. This is for all the people who have no idea what an SMMA is, how to start an SMMA, and all the different sectors of an agency. And at the end of this video, I'm even going to be talking about why you guys are still making $0 per month and how to break through that. And then on top of that, why you guys are maybe hitting 10K, 20K per month and can't break through that level. Because I know some of you guys who are watching this might be actually making, $10,000 to $20,000 per month, and you can't get past that 20K, that 15K per month mark, and you keep fluctuating down. And you want to just break through that barrier and get to 30 to 40K. So yeah, besides that, I will see you guys in the video. So guys, an agency is basically you finding a business, right? Providing a sort of skill or service towards that business. In return, that business is making money from the skill you're providing. Let's just say that could be Facebook ads or sales or something, right? In return, you're getting paid for that. That's all it is, right? In my case, I am running ads for local-based businesses, right? That's it. I'm running advertisements for businesses, and they're making money from it. And in return, they're paying me every single month. And I'm so good at this now that I can even charge upfront for my services as well. So yeah, it's very simple, and there are actually 4 pillars towards an agency as well. So let's run into all of these, right? And I'll even show you, like, this is how they kind of go in order as well. So the first thing with an agency that you need to do is obviously you need to find a niche, right? Who are you servicing? Are you running ads for e-com brands? Are you getting more customers for, I don't know, a med spa or a landscaper? Or are you like helping out? This could be anything. You could literally, like, I know a guy, I don't know him, but I've seen him on Instagram, and he'll provide like a call center for agencies to use, and that's his agency. He sells basically like cold callers and appointment setters for agencies, 2 agencies, and he's an agency and he makes a lot of money doing this. So there's so many different services you can provide and niches you can go into, but my recommendation, the lowest barrier to entry, is going to be a local service-based business, right? A landscaper, a window washer, a power washer, a car detailer, a medical spa, a roofer, any sort of contractor, kitchen remodelers. Those are really low barrier, niches to get into. I would even say way low barrier than e-com, right? Because like with e-com, the ads, I'm gonna be honest, I have never ran e-commerce ads. I just know that they're very, very, very difficult to get into. And also just takes a lot of tracking and such. Lead generation is way easier to do if you know how to do it correctly. So yeah. But the first thing you want to do is you actually want to find a niche, right? So let's just say you pick a kitchen remodeling. You think it's a good niche. There's a good amount of people in that space in the US that have a kitchen remodeling business, and you just want to get kitchen remodelers more jobs, right? So how do you get a kitchen remodeler to work with you? That's the first thing, right? Got to set appointments. You can call them, you can text them, you can email them, but you got to set appointments first. Don't make a website first. Don't make a logo first. Don't do any of that bullshit. Most of you guys who are getting an SMMA are focusing on all the wrong things. When you start focusing on the right things and you just get clients first, the rest will come, right? And I'm telling you this, like, from the bottom of my heart, I spent so much goddamn time making websites and making the logo perfect, and I just wasted a bunch of time. During that time, I could have been setting appointments, taking sales calls, closing clients, and providing my service, right? But instead I decided to fuck off and do bullshit. So don't do that, guys. Basically, you want to set appointments, right? Like I said, text, calls, emails, Looms, DMs, anything to get the job done. You need to also outsource this very quickly. Setting appointments for yourself is low leverage. You need to get this completely outsourced immediately, right? You can hire VAs, DM setters, cold callers, all of that. But you need to figure out a way to get this completely automated first, right? But after you've cracked appointments, right? This is like the first thing you need to make sure is dialed in. You got appointments coming in. Once you have appointments coming in every single day, right? Either from your own calls or your setter's calls, whatever, right? You need to make sure these guys show up for their appointment, right? Because some people will just forget, and some people just, they don't care enough, or they just don't show, right? think it's some bullshit. So having a good quality VSL with a good quality SMS and email like workflows that actually get them to watch the VSL is really important. So I know I said websites are bullshit. Like, don't build a whole website for your agency. That is like super low leverage, right? What you guys should do is build a one-page VSL, right? And have like an introductory video in that VSL. Now, VSL is just a virtual sales letter, but basically, you're just going to be in that video just explaining how your company works, who you've worked with in the past, if you have worked with anybody in the past, and what the call is going to be about as well. Make sure you have your camera on for this as well so they actually can like see your face, see that you're a real human, and then you just want to have a genuine conversation with them. If you shoot this out to the person before they show up to their appointment or before their appointment is scheduled, they're way more likely to show up because they're going to watch this video and be like, wow, this is a real person who has a real company, and I actually see that it's like not like a scammy call or a DM, it's a real company. Way more likely to show, way better social proof as well. If you put testimonials in there, it's going to be cracked. But yeah, another thing that will help you increase your show up rate for your agency is going to be only booking people maximum 3 days out, right? And you also want to have a incentive towards booking these people in. So maybe when you're cold calling, you're sending DMs, if you show up to the call, I will give you $500 worth of free value, right, for your company. So either way, if you don't want to join, you're still going to receive something. You're still going to learn something, right? You could say something along the lines of that, or actually give them a resource if they join the call. Something to incentivize them towards booking is amazing. And also only booking them 3 days out is really good because most people forget, obviously, after like 3 days have passed. And if you can book them same day, the show up rate is going to be cracked. So really try to go for same day bookings. It's insane, right? And then the final thing is you want to have multiple touch points before the call. When have you bought something from someone you just met? Never, right? Imagine someone calls you and tries to sell you something immediately. It's probably happened, right? You never bought from them. But let's just say you buy a course, right, from like a big course guy. You probably watched his content so much, probably seen his Instagram reels and all this shit. There's multiple touch points that you're seeing every single day, right? So what you want to do is just kind of recreate that. Obviously, it's going to be different, especially if you have a cold caller call someone up and book them in. But you want to have multiple touch points before the call. That's like with the VSL, being sent out to them. That's one touch point. Another one is maybe calling them up before the meeting, making sure they're actually going to show up. That's a second one, right? The third one could be maybe making a group chat with them on Instagram, like immediately, right when they book an appointment. That's a third touch point, right? And it's like if you can hit, like basically like get to them before the call, like a couple times and just check up and just make sure they're going to show up, make sure they've watched the video, then they're way more likely to show up because they kind of know who you are in a sense a little more. And maybe you send them your Instagram and they start going through your content, right? If you're a short form content agency, that's like perfect, right? So yeah, after show up rate is set and appointment setting is set, right? You got people showing up, you got appointments coming in, you need to dial in your sales, right? And there are a couple parts of the sales call. Something I would recommend anyone who's watching this right now to go watch is Alex Ramosi's closer framework. I used a upgraded version of that framework to actually close my first paid in full client, which is great. I also will be making a sales video on YouTube as well in the future. I know I've already also released a video of me closing a client for $4,500 upfront in 30 minutes, which you guys can go watch if you want. If you haven't seen that, it's actually one of my most recent videos as well. But basically, the sales call is very, very simple. You guys can watch the sales call me closing this guy, and you'll see the similarities between this and the actual call. But obviously, there's an intro. You want to talk to these dudes for a little bit, ask like, hey, how's your day been? How's business been going? What's the main reason you wanted to hop on this call with me? And then you want to define their current situation and qualify them as well. Make sure they can actually work with you. Are they in a good area to run ads? Or are they a big enough influencer in the space to actually start doing short form content for? Do they have a good offer? Is their product good? You want to qualify these guys. Make sure you actually can work with them. Describe their current situation, right? Describe their desired situation. And bridge the gap between the two right here with your product. You want your product to be positioned in a way that they know is going to be the thing that's going to get them from where they are to where they want to be, right? And you're going to do that when you pitch them. And then all you have to do is close them. And yeah, you can watch the entire process for free on my YouTube channel, which I literally dropped a couple weeks ago or a week or so ago, which is crazy. No one's given out this much fucking sauce. But besides that, basically, after you close them, then you have to onboard them and provide service to them, right? Onboarding is super easy depending on whatever niche you're in. For me, it's very easy. I just get connected to their Facebook account, and then I just connect them to the software that I use. Then we just start ripping ads. That's literally it. And I just, I have a guy who makes the ad creatives and everything as well, so I don't have to do that. And I even have a guy who sets up the campaigns, so I don't have to do that as well. But basically, service delivery, and this can be very broad. Like if you're a short form content agency and you make content for people, you're going to be making content and posting on multiple accounts for them, right? If you're running ads for people, you're going to run ads for them. If you're getting people more appointment setters or sales reps, you're going to be doing that for them. So service delivery is very different, right? But the main thing you want to understand is you need to sign more clients to get more data. Like obviously this says run more ads, but just to get more data in general on how to improve your service delivery. So some people, they think, oh, I need to learn service delivery before I start an agency. No, you don't. You need to get fucking clients. It's backwards. Most people don't understand this. You need to get clients before you learn service delivery. You will learn service delivery by getting more clients. Obviously, don't scam people. First couple clients you get, maybe do pay per result, right? Offer. And say, hey, I'm only going to get paid when you get paid, or I'm only going to get paid when you see a result, right? And that's a good way of getting into it. Another way is charging an upfront fee, maybe like 1 to 2K, but saying, look, if you don't get a result, I'm going to give you a full refund, and I'll work for free until you do. And actually holding up to that guarantee. And you still will get clients and you still will get data, and then the next clients you get, you'll just improve on that. You'll just iterate a little bit, get another client, and improve on the process that you're trying to make perfect, right? This is how you start an agency, and this is how you run an agency. And if you guys follow all of these things in order, you start with setting appointments for yourself, you get clients, make sure they show, you provide service to them, you just repeat it, your agency is going to get way better, right? Because once this is dialed in, then you can really dial in on this. Once you guys have this dialed right here, and you already are getting appointments and you're getting shows, right? And you're closing people and you're providing service and you're getting clients. Like let's just say you're actually doing all this already, right? And you're hitting a ceiling, right? That is because your fulfillment with your service is not dialed in, right? So maybe you're pushing down on acquisition and you're getting more clients, right? And you have a system in place that works. Like it's working really well and you're just applying more volume to it, right? Because what works well, all you have to do is apply more volume to it, whatever is working already, right? So say it's working great, you're getting like 5 meetings a day, you're closing a couple people a week, and you keep getting clients. But then you hit like a wall basically up here, right? Because the more people you get, the more people you're going to have to fulfill, and then you're going to hit a ceiling eventually because there's going to be a cap of how many people you can fulfill, how many people you can manage per month without outsourcing, right? And systematizing this. So then you need to fully systematize this process right here. This entire thing right here does not need to be complicated. You want a lean agency, right? You want 1 or 2 or 3 very, very cracked appointment setting methods, right? That are set it and forget it. Once you have them down, you can outsource them, you can set it, forget it. You want obviously some show up rate SOPs that are good too, right? You need a good show up rate, right? But you don't need to overcomplicate these things, right? You don't need 1,000 different appointment setting methods and 1,000 different show up rate methods. Like it's very simple. You need one dialed sales process, right? You don't need to be asking, you don't need to be doing different things on each sales call. It needs to be very, very structured, right? And your service delivery should be one service that is very duplicate, like you can literally replicate this, right? One service that's very easy to replicate, and you want it to be like almost copy and paste for every new client you get in, right? Once you outsource this and you have a system in place that is making this a copy and paste system, right? And you get a client and they're automatically onboarded and the service is already made, that's when you're going to be able to push through this. You're just going to be able to get right over this line. And let's just say this is like 10K per month with you, right? For you. And you figure out how to systemize this. And let's just say you have 5 clients on 2K a month and all 5 are now being managed by, let's just say a VA or, by, let's just say an employee that you hire. Then you can onboard another 5 clients and take care of them yourselves. Now, obviously, this is a low amount of clients. Like, you could, I'm gonna be completely honest, everyone who's watching this, you yourself, you could handle like 30 clients yourself, like just yourself, running ads and doing everything, right? It's gonna be hell though. Not gonna lie, like you're gonna be a slave to your clients. So that's why you want to get this shit done quickly and efficiently, and that's why you guys need to understand this system as well. But yeah, besides that, I know it was a very quick video, but I always just try to like show you guys as much value in not like a 2 to 3 hour long video. And I try to make it very digestible for almost anyone who's watching as well. But yeah, that's basically how I make 500K per year as an agency owner. And if you guys follow everything I told you in this video, step by step, and you actually do the shit in this video and you kind of understand how an agency actually works now and how to even break past like points that you've hit, you're gonna fucking scale, genuinely. But yeah, that concludes it for this video today. Besides that, let me know in the comments what other types of videos I should film as well. I know I was going to do like a whole sales training video as well, which I could possibly do. But keep me posted, boys, and I will see you guys in the next video.